But I just woke up not too long ago. And it is, what time? I'm always up all night. It is 1:27 p.m. August the 12th, 2023, Saturday. And I'm trying to get my mind ready to go in there and start planting or potting these plants that have been propagating on the bar for a long time. And yeah, I had to, it's Saturday, so I had to get my daughter to help me with that heavy bag of soil and to do the mixture. Okay, so what are you mixing together? Are you just mixing the regular soil with the Pure Light in the big bowl? Okay, great, because I don't mix the elm bark in there. So I don't know if I'll do this video as a live or just bits and pieces or what, because it can go long, so I may do it as a live of me, just doing my plant therapy. But this video is to talk about the notice that we got on our door yesterday. I don't have it. I'm never prepared, right? These impromptu videos. Anyway, it was yesterday, Friday, August the 11th, and we got a notice from the office saying, please contact us to rectify your delinquent rent. So it goes from the first notice of the threat, which I believe we got July 26, 2023, that said, make a payment plan right now. You got 24 hours to respond. On a Friday. Mind you, they always put it on the door on a Friday and the office is closed Saturdays and Sundays. So Spirit told me not to respond because I definitely want to feel, want to let them know how I feel about these scare tactics and things that they're doing. So then we get the notice from a lawyer, Kevin Fulton, on Hillmont Street, 7676 Hillmont, I think, Houston, Texas, that said 30-day notice to vacate. So, of course, after, working from home, checking on me, trying to make dinner, do all kind of stuff, my daughter did take out the time to, me and her brainstorming together on what was the proper way to respond. And she did. With a 10-page response. And one thing I want to say, and this was an email response, because I thought about it. Once you read what it says that you should do as a tenant, is to write a letter to the landlord and send it certified mail. The crazy part about it is we're under Houston Housing Authority, public housing, so who's going to get the certified letter? The crazy part about it is that the lawyer's letterhead, or the lack thereof, so unprofessional, said it was from Lincoln Park Apartments. It didn't include anything about HHA in it at all. All the peculiar ways of harassing, extorting, abusing tenants here at Lincoln Park Apartments. Now, I'm sure this is happening any and everywhere around the world. Like, as far as like the way it's set up, it could be happening anywhere. And from me reading about the Austin Tenant Council results and saw one family story, I think that was is that San Antonio? So it's still Texas. And we're here in Houston, so it can happen anywhere where these landlords, the owners and all of them, like who all is involved. Like it's the leasing agent, the community manager, like they call them here at Lincoln Park. All of them are just pawns. They're just pawns in the game. Like they really have no true power. They're told, do this, do that, do this. So I've always wondered, like, who was it that was saying to them, oh, write them a note that says you have 24 hours to respond. You put the notice on Friday after 5, meaning like y'all are already leaving the office. And then when you could have did it you could have did it Thursday. So therefore we had the whole business day Friday. So that's also a tactic. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense, but I was so proud of my daughter and the way that she responded. I mean, the way that she put it all together. You could swear that my daughter went to some kind of law school or something. It's just, and I just give all the praise to the Most High Son, our ancestors, our guardian angels, you know, for this cosmic wisdom and ability to just breathe through every time we got so just like overly agitated and just like, with how long we've been going through this. My daughter literally found countless emails from me solely back and forth through the management here community. I mean, the community manager here at Lincoln Park, HHA, anybody and everybody who claimed to be somebody that would take care of issues. I was consistently emailing about things that the office would do, like just put a threatening notice on your door, like you got this amount of time to come in here and sign these papers or else. And you like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? I got this much time to sign the papers or else. Like, or else what? So mind you, after you start living here for a while and you fighting all the things of the environment that you living in, with people sitting on your vehicle, hanging out in the front of your door, all kinds of shit I dealt with in that 1904 unit. And then you got management. Don't give no fucks about the shit you telling them you going through. Showing proof and everything. Every time you complain about something that was happening with a tenant has their company there doing this shit around your house. And they, of course, they involved in it too. You know, because there's never been a time somebody visited me and came over to my house and started all kind of shit where I live. And then me and my neighbor getting into it about my guest. And I'm just sitting there like, what? So what? Never has that ever happened in the history of me living in apartments. Ever. So it's like they were down with it when you would tell them about it. And they were like, oh, well, you have to put the complaint in writing and then call Precinct 6. Call Precinct 6. I've never lived in an apartment complex that the management is consistently encouraging you to call the police about things like, hey, this girl's child is taking his basketball and bouncing it up against my car window. Yes, it's the girl in unit da-da-da-da that y'all just moved in there. Is that not enough information for them to do something that they're supposed to be doing? So we have been going through hell. I'm telling you, since I took occupancy, it has never stopped. I'm going to be honest and say, other than the horrible design of these units and the lack of proper lighting to come in, and then the air conditioning. This air conditioning is so fucking weird and strange that you have to put it at 69 just to get the entire unit to feel cool. But then there's only my room will still be hot, and all the other places in the house is freezing to where you can't even breathe. The air blowing out of there, the shit's coming out of there. It's just so much that we have been enduring since we lived in Lincoln Park Apartments. And I always said, irregardless if they transferred us to another unit, we're still on the same complex. I walked the unit way back in the day when I started noticing this crazy mold look along the apartment, like on people's doors, the walls. Like, what the hell is that? And I literally, I think I took pictures. This is before I was doing YouTube, so I didn't vlog it. But I think I took pictures or whatever. Anyway, of the different spots all along on the outside of the building that had this black mold. So I've been talking about this for a long time, and my daughter went and dug up the emails of all the concerns I've had. So I don't know why we got that notice on the door yesterday that says, please contact us about your delinquent rent. First of all, it's not delinquent. I see words be triggers for me. You understand? I'm all about the etymology. For you to say delinquent, that would mean that we were at fault. And that's what I'll never ever sit up there and let them put me and my daughter in a position to say, oh, it was our fault. No, we did not. We're not running any apartment complex where we're still putting notices on people's door about their rent. That has never happened in the history of me living in apartments. You know your rent, you go get the money or you pay it. That's how I go. You go in the office, yeah, I'm here to pay my rent. They give you a receipt, you roll up. That's it. Simple. Nowadays, they got it where you can go online. They have it electronically and you pay it like that. And I guess you get a receipt, however it works on their online site. But that's how you do it. It's for convenience. So you can literally be at your work. You know your check just posted. And you like, okay, I need to pay my rent. You log into your account. You pay your rent. I think that's wonderful. Then having to get off work, go to the bank, remove the cash. I think like Kroger's would allow you to get a money order through your debit. Yeah. But before that took place, you have to get the money out the bank, then go to a Kroger or somewhere like that. Maybe your bank offers free money orders. And then you got to come to the office and go in there and pay it. So how antiquated is that, and strangely like not beneficial to the tenants or management. For you got to make sure these papers are printed out, and then you put them in all these envelopes, wasting paper. And then maintenance go drive around in the heat and put it on the door. Like, how does that make sense? So I was just so proud of my daughter for the way that she wrote this up. I was just so proud of her, because I cannot speak about anything that I'm compassionate about void of passion. Like, I'm going to be passionate about it. I don't understand, like, what's the purpose of consistently harassing people? Like, you know what? If you really just hate black people, I don't know who is doing it. Who is orchestrating this? If you really hate black people that damn much, why would you even allow them to move into place? It would just be just like back in slavery days, whites only. Why don't you make any of these housing authorities, so-called, clean, decent, safe environments for people that have low income and always having to struggle, which is so many people? They just, can band together with other people to make it look like they ain't got financial issues and stuff. And then they doing other underhanded things and try to get money. But they ain't doing no better than you staying in public housing. Actually worse, because now they about to take their ass to jail because some shit that they was doing. You just wait on your check every month from your work, your Social Security check. You got your little food stamps to help you pay for some groceries. If not, you went and scratched off a lotto. You hit a $500. You paid for some groceries in your house. You paid up your light bill again. However the hell you doing it, it's still a fucking hustle. But you technically are better off because of the fact, it's two things. You better off than somebody who's scheming and doing all kind of shit to appear like they got it going on so they can drive a certain type of vehicle and live in a certain area of town. But those people be the most fucking miserable because they can't seem to get a break, or to just lay in a hammock and just, drink a tropical drink and just relax. Like, no, it's no relaxing. You always constantly worried that any given moment, the feds can find out you're laundering money or however the hell, whatever you're doing. And then you go to jail. So what was it all for? Then on the flip side, someone like myself living this lifestyle, you got this shit to contend with. Yeah, I see both sides. And I still see slavery, modern day slavery. I do not see sovereignty, freedom. Some people may be smart enough to realize what's going on. There's been plenty of people who wanted to do a homestead. I see a lot of black people coming up on my feed in this YouTube channel that's already doing a homestead, or they live, I guess their homestead, they call it a little baby farm. I don't know. And that's wonderful to see that. I love it. I love it. And that's exactly the type of man that I want to attract. Somebody that definitely wants to do that. To break away from the city life. You know, all the bullshit, all the hustle and bustle, you know, and take what we have created financially and put it in a place where, like I said, you can actually sit out there, you know, in the hammock and stuff and just, you know, just worship, you know, the beauty of just, you know, not letting the wiles of the world tear you down. When you live in the city,